So it's 4:30 in the morning here in New Mexico, and I went to sleep pretty early yesterday, so I woke up my normal 5 hours. I'm just going to talk a moment. This is a side of me I don't really show others. Yeah, you see me in my garden. You see me coming home from work, and I'm usually, put together. But when I'm home, this is me. I want to talk about encouragement. I'm going to adjust this. Just over my shoulder is this poster of Muhammad Ali that I sleep next to, and I see it, even in my subconscious all the time. Impossible is nothing. There are some things that are impossible if you can't wrap your brain around them. I think a lot of us keep blessings away from us because we really don't believe we deserve them, or that we are worthy of them on some level, or even worse, that we're capable of them. So when others are achieving greatness, when others are doing things that seemingly are just outrageous, I think a part of us kind of waits for them to fall so that our understanding of success is validated. Because what they're doing at the time flies in the face of what we believe is possible. So when they naturally stumble or fall, we're the first to jump on that and say, see, told you. And it's funny because you can have success for a long period of time, and no one remembers that. They only remember the fall. And then there's this little thing called judgment. Judgment jumps in and points a finger and pretends it's never had any problems. And what you're going through is the worst it could possibly be. And we know that's not true. We know that's not true. We know that the only reason no one knows about our stumbles is because they weren't on a grand stage. If a camera was following you 24/7, I bet you it filmed something you wouldn't want the public to see. Now, it's even more brave when you think of that and you choose to share your problems with the public, knowing that you're probably going to be put under scrutiny for doing so. But there's a phrase that I grew up with. It says, tell the truth, shame the devil. Because the only power anyone has over you is something that they know about you that isn't public knowledge. If you tell it, you're in control of the conversation. If you wait for it to be exposed, you're going to always be playing catch up. There comes a point where everything that's hidden always comes to light. And if you know that to be true, then why are you waiting to be exposed? Why aren't you getting in front of the controversy before it happens? These are questions that you will address in 2018, because I see 2018 collectively as a purging. It kind of started at the end of 2017. And I'm telling you, there's room being made at the top, across the board. Corporate, entertainment, sports. People who thought they would never be challenged for what they do and how they do it are finding that even they too have a God. Whether they believed in him or not, there is a reckoning for behavior that has never been acceptable, but we let it pass for so long. So much so that the people who was doing those things thought they had a get out of jail free card, and alas, they did not. I want you in 2018 to, instead of looking at others and finding fault in them, let that mirror be the beginning and end of where you look for fault. Because if you work only on yourself, before you know it, it will be 2019. I promise you. You want to spend more time examining yourself than you do discussing, criticizing, commentating, passing judgment on anyone else. No progress will be made in your own life if all you ever do is talk about someone else. None. I promise you. How can progress be made when you're not talking about yourself? How can progress be made when you are not on the hot seat? It just becomes entertainment and a poor excuse for not being busy working on yourself. Sometimes I don't want to do another vlog. I just want to let it all go. And then I get an encouraging message at 3:30 in the morning from a stranger thanking me for writing that one thing, or posting that one thing, validating that those things that I've done in the dark come to light in their right time. Because sometimes what's done in the dark is good works. And if you wait long enough, if you're patient with yourself long enough, even those come to light. Now, isn't that encouraging? Isn't that a new way of looking at and not being afraid of what might be exposed? What might be exposed concerning you are your good works. Now, won't that be something? Peace and blessings.